Good morning, beloveds. I think I've had a productive morning. Today is rest day. So I got up and I got up a little early because I had a chiropractor appointment today. I'm just kind of doing maintenance right now. To see if I can straighten some stuff out. And we went to a Colombian kitchen last night. It was really good. And I ordered a typical plate, which had a little bit of everything in it. So that way I could try a little bit of everything. And my husband got, it's some dish that he had when he was in Spain, and he loves it, and they had it, and he was happy. So it was fun. All right. And it is a new month. Welcome to September. And we're looking at some rain in the forecast for the next 3 or 4 days, and I'm like super excited about that. So 10% today, 20% tomorrow, by Monday, 60%. So yay, we're treating for rain. Okay, it is September 1st. Our title is The Perfect Love Relationship with Myself. And it is from Doris, our author is Doris Jones, from her collected works in 2015. All right. I now claim for myself the perfect love relationship with myself. I now accept my claim, and I know that it is already so in my life. I affirm that I have the ultimate love relationship with myself right now. I now know that I love and accept myself. Therefore, I am love, peace, joy, and happiness. I know that I am the spirit of love within me. Therefore, I radiate love. I now state that I think lovingly about myself at all times, and that I see the Christ in me at all times. I know that I always nourish myself with thoughts of love and peace, knowing that these gifts that I give myself always return to me multiplied from the people and situations around me. I now give myself an abundance of love energy, knowing that this giving opens up the channel for the divine love to pour through me. I now accept this limitless divine love pouring through me and permeating every cell in my body and every situation in my life. I now affirm that by loving myself, I only attract people who express their Christ level. Those who express love, I now release all judgment, anger, and condemnation I ever expressed towards myself. I now know the truth that love is the only power, and that is what I choose to give myself at all times. Any and all mental patterns that have caused me to belittle or discredit myself are now lifted into the light, and they are dissolved in God's clarity. I now affirm that I love who I am and what I am, and that I approve of myself. I now know that I love myself, therefore I allow myself to demonstrate all my true desires in my life. I give thanks for the purity and perfection of this love relationship with myself. I now rejoice in it. I now release this mighty treatment into spiritual law. I release it into God's infinite love and harmony. I let go and let God, and so it is. Whew, it's a long one. It's a long one, but it's a really good one. So, totally worth it. And I'm going to tell you one that is a master class in treatment. A master class in treatment. It's a master class in the third step. I keep wanting to say revolution. And then I want to say resolution, and I'm like, neither one of those words are right. But the third step of treatment, unification, recognition, unification. That word does not exist in my vocabulary today. But it's a master class in treatment. And she has the gratitude and the release at the very end. That would also be a fantastic one. So if it resonates with you to use it in your treatments, it would be wonderful if you're welcome to change words when you do treatments, like, or pull words out if there's a particular part in there that resonated with you and you want to use the shorter part of it. But it was packed full of affirmations. And I liked in there, she did the, sometimes we talk about the 7 steps of treatment. You can also use a denial, and she did that in there, where she denied the anger and resentment in part, and then right behind that followed up with another truth, stating what she is now, so I've denied this condition and now I'm gonna reaffirm this. That's what it's called, a reaffirmation. But it's just packed full. There's any number of those that I would suggest. I'm a big believer in dry erase markers and mirrors. If one particular part in there really spoke to you, to get a dry erase marker and write it on your mirror. But the most important thing about that is that she's working on the most important relationship that you will ever have, which is your relationship with yourself. I'm not going to get into the whole you can't love anybody else until you love yourself, and that's all nonsense, because sometimes it's easier to love other people, and through loving other people you learn to love yourself. And sometimes through learning to love yourself, you learn to love other people. It's all based on, your experiences growing up. And that's one of the reasons why she used so much in there. She's like, look, but the most important relationship you will ever have is with you and the source of your own being. So we've talked a lot about the source of our own being recently, and it's super important, because that is the well we go to draw the divine love. And I loved how she started on the more material level about loving herself, and then she says, okay, and when I get really good at that, that's how the divine love pours through me. When we get good at loving ourselves, that's when it's easier to allow the divine love to pour through us. Now, I'm not saying that we can't pour the divine love through us for other people, because a whole lot of people are really good at that and not so great at accepting it for themselves. But the amazing thing about allowing the divine anything to pour through you, and any practitioner will tell you this when you treat for whatever it is, if somebody comes to you and asks you to treat for this, it's going to work on you too. It's going to work on you too, because you are treating yourself about whatever that condition is. You are knowing for them whatever this is, and it heals you too. It heals you too. So if you are treating for a love relationship for somebody else, then naturally that divine love that comes pouring through you, it's going to knock stuff loose in you too and heal you too. And that is the amazing thing about treating for other people. And that's one of the reasons why Emma says that nobody will ever come to you that you can't help. If somebody comes to you and asks you for treatment, and you treat for them, it's going to help you too. It's going to support you too. And if somebody comes to you and asks you for treatment and you don't feel, it's like, what, this isn't my area. I'm not sure I'm really good for that, but let me suggest that you go and visit this practitioner. What it then does is it shows you, okay, well, this is an area maybe where you want to do some work. I do like that. I saw it a few days ago, and it says the work we do on ourselves is the gift we give to others. Well, that's kind of what, no, not kind of, it's a whole lot of what Doris is talking about today. Honestly, one of the most loving, kind, and compassionate things that we can do for the entire world is to learn to be loving, kind, and compassionate with ourselves. And she keeps talking. There's so many sentences in here. I don't have time to go all the way back through it. I commend September 1st to you. But there was, when she got down into, I now accept this limitless divine love pouring through me, permeating every cell in my body and every situation of my life. I love how she says, well, every cell in my body and every situation of my life. But I also love, I now affirm that by loving myself, I only attract people who express their Christ level, those who express love. I now release, and here's where that denial is, I now release all judgment, anger, and condemnation I've ever expressed towards myself. You know, when I talk about practicing love, kindness, and compassion on yourself, one of the things I say is take a deep breath before you speak. That's what I'm talking about. It's so easy to do that love to do that judgment, anger, and condemnation against ourselves, and we don't even think about it anymore. We don't hear it anymore. It becomes such a habit. And here she's going, nope, not doing that anymore. Not doing that anymore. But she immediately follows it up with, I now know the truth that love is the only power, and that is what I choose to give myself at all times. And that is how you use a denial in. You do the denial and immediately follow it up with what you are replacing the denial with. I thought there was somewhere else in here where she did the Christ consciousness, Christ level. But, okay. And any and all mental patterns that have caused me to belittle or discredit myself are now lifted into the light, and they are dissolved in God's clarity. Oh, right. I now affirm that I love who I am, what I am, and that I approve of myself. Okay, you know what? That right there. And I know how hard that can be. I get it. I've been there. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is that line. To affirm that we love who we are. And I'm going to remind you the song we sing in CLC. I love myself as, I heard it echoing in my head and now it's gone. As I am, but still I choose to change. Okay? We can accept ourselves and love ourselves just as we are now, and still make the choice to continue to expand and grow. Okay? So, even you are loving yourself with all of your messy humanness. All of it. I'm accepting myself with all of my messy humanness and still choosing to grow. So I love myself just as I am right now, and choosing to grow does not make who I was wrong. So the mission today, let me get back on track. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to affirm that we love ourselves for who we are, what we are, and approve of ourselves. Okay? The mission today is to approve of ourselves. It sounds easy, and I understand that it is not. But let me remind you, you are a beloved child of God. No matter what else you are, no matter what other labels anybody else has ever given you, you are a beloved child of God. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to approve of ourselves. If we can approve of ourselves, then we don't need anybody else's approval. And when we don't need anybody else's approval for who we are, that is freedom. That's freedom. So, the mission today, to approve of yourself. All right, that is the mission today. And I know it's a kicker. They can't all be easy. In fact, I don't know that any of them ever are easy, but I would also argue that none of them are hard. They just require you to recognize you for who you are, which is a beloved child of God. All right, second mission, same mission I give you every day. It's the spiritual practice of self-care. To do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. As I said, deep breath before you speak. It's a good one. You will never speak to anybody else as much as you speak to yourself. Speak lovingly, kindly, and compassionately to yourself. Take that moment and think about what it is that you're going to say. But it also looks like taking a walk, taking a nap, taking a break, saying no. And no is a complete sentence. Saying yes, especially if it pushes you a little out of your comfort zone. And when you do things that push you out of your comfort zone, please feel free to gather up a support network to help support you through that. And notice I said support network. If they're not going to be supportive of you getting out of your comfort zone, they don't need to be there. So that's where that no comes in, the divine no. Eat dessert first. Treat your life as the special occasion that it is. Don't save the good stuff. And I also want to remind you that she was talking about the qualities of God. One of them is joy. No matter what is going on in your life, no matter what is going on in the world, you deserve joy. So please make room for joy in your life. However whatever it looks like, however you have to do it. Joy is a quality of God. Joy is a quality of you. Therefore, please make room for joy in your life. All right. The rest of the suggestions are the usual. Do something to engage your mind and your body. Unless today is your day of rest, which mine was, which is why I went to the chiropractor. I do encourage you to drink plenty of water. We may finally be on the trend to break this heat, but hydration is super important. Your brain works better when it is hydrated. Your body works better when it is well hydrated. Your skin looks better when it is well hydrated. Please drink plenty of water. And I do encourage you to get that early in your day bright light. I'm talking about that 7 to 9 a.m. Sunlight. It will help with your vitamin D. It will help with your circadian rhythm, which is a natural hormone balance. You will have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. But if you can't get that, artificial light will work. It will help. Especially if you get up before the sun. And as we're moving into the fall, I want to remind you that you can Google seasonal effect disorder lamps, and that is the right light. 5 to 10 minutes. That's all it takes. And it can make a huge difference in how you feel. Okay. And how you feel physically impacts how you feel mentally and emotionally as well. So, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. That's why I went to the chiropractor today. Okay. And then the last one, I'm going to give you my Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven. Right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. I like that she talked about Christ level. It's like, I want people around me who are expressing their Christ level. Okay? Because what that is, as Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you. Heaven is a mindset. It is a state of consciousness. It is a state of mind. Once we recognize that, once we learn to create that for ourselves, we are going to move through the world differently. We become those islands of peace, those islands of joy, those islands of harmony. And when people who are caught up in their own storms find us, then we can pull them into our peace instead of being pulled into their storm. That's the goal. That's what Ernest is talking about. When we can create that heavenly mindset, and straight up, that is a superpower. Straight up superpower. Once you learn to do it for yourself, nobody can take it away from you. And you can create it anywhere. Heaven ceases to be a place that you have to get to and can become any place you are. And it is how we go about creating a world that works for everybody, so that we can pull people into our peace rather than being pulled into their storm. There's a reason why our motto is a world that works for everybody, but we talk about doing the work on ourselves. If I'm confidently walking my path and my light is good, I can hold my light up and light your path. I can't walk your path for you, but I can light it. That is our goal. That is our goal. All right. And you can always take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. If you want to change your mood, you want to change how things are going with you, count your blessings. Look for the good and praise it, because when you look for the good, it magically multiplies. Magically multiplies. Emma is absolutely correct in that. And volunteer work. Who knew? That'll change your mood quicker than anything else. So, okay. I guess I'm at the social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. Ooh, which, by the way, I do encourage you. We're trying a new thing. I created a reel for the Creative Life Spiritual Center page for next month's titles. I set it to music. So if you're active on social media, if you can find it, go share it. So we're trying to get some traction in this whole social media thing. Yay. Okay. And if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. When it says click here now, it'll either take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. Okay. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a loving day, a working on that relationship with yourself day, a Christ level day. That's a good one. A peaceful day, a harmonious day, a truth day, a consciousness day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. Know the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. Peel back the layers of who you have been told you are to learn who God knows you to be. I can promise you that person is cool. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move into the process of my day. So I'm going to remind you that Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, I get to go to the park tomorrow. It's Saturday. Yay! Okay. Hopefully I'll have a squirrel or a bird story for you then. Yay. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.